Big fan of Sheila Johnson. I know Sheila very well. She is a great role model, leader, owner, a terrific, successful, wonderful person. I have no idea why she said what she said.
Shockwave. USA Today reporter exposes the WNBA's deep-seated Caitlin Clark hate. What's good, World Hoop fam? Your boy G Liquid is back. And let me tell you, we've got some explosive news that's rocking the WNBA to its core.
In popularity of the WNBA and really all women's sports. Christine, we are so happy to have you here.
Good to be here. Thanks so much for having me. Great to see you in person.
I know.
Forget the highlight reels and the buzzer beaters for a second, because a renowned USA Today reporter, Christine Brennan, just pulled back the curtain on something truly wild happening within the league. We're talking about a level of alleged resentment and unpreparedness that will leave you absolutely speechless. So buckle up, because we're taking this all the way to Indy and beyond to uncover the truth about the Caitlin Clark effect and the drama it's seemingly ignited. Let's get it. As the All-Star game draws near and we eagerly await Caitlin Clark's return to the court, the biggest story isn't a miraculous comeback or a new scoring record.
Your legs, and then today we'll have a practice, we'll watch more film, there'll be more recovery stuff, but like you know, the turnaround time is very quick, but it is for them too.
It's the bombshell revelations dropping from Christine Brennan's new book, On Her Game, Caitlin Clark and the Revolution in Women's Sports, which just hit shelves. Now, for those who don't know, Christine Brennan isn't some fly-by-night reporter. She's a seasoned veteran, a fixture in sports journalism for decades. Someone who knows the inner workings of the WNBA like the back of her hand. And what she's revealing is, frankly, shaking the ground beneath the league's feet. Brennan has been on a full-blown media tour, and she deserves every bit of the spotlight, because she's dropping truth bombs daily. She's letting it be known in no uncertain terms that the WNBA, as an organization, was unequivocally not ready for a superstar of Caitlin Clark's magnitude. Think about that for a second. A professional sports league allegedly blindsided by the arrival of a generational talent. It almost sounds too absurd to be true, doesn't it? But according to Brennan's extensive reporting, it's the uncomfortable reality. Just yesterday, the Gibbons Arena show had a whole segment dissecting the bizarre phenomenon of WNBA players seemingly going out of their way to physically guard Clark with unprecedented intensity, bordering on what some are calling attacking her. If she's so bad, as some narratives suggest, then why the full court pressure? Why the constant hacking? This, my friends, is what many are now calling the Caitlin Clark effect. And if Brennan's book is any indication, a significant part of this stems from pure, unadulterated jealousy. Players who perhaps toiled for years without widespread recognition are now seeing a rookie command a level of attention and adoration they never experienced. And it's getting old, fast. Let's dive into some specifics from Brennan's findings. A recent article referencing Brennan's book states unequivocally that the WNBA was totally unprepared for Caitlin Clark's impact and the national scrutiny that followed. Imagine that the day after Clark declared for the 2024 WNBA draft, Brennan, a visionary among her peers, made a pivotal phone call to a top official in the league. This official's response? Clark's arrival was the biggest thing to happen to the league since Maya Moore came into it. Now, pause. Maya Moore, a Hall of Famer, called the greatest winner in women's basketball history by Sports Illustrated. An undeniable talent, a beloved superstar. She deserved all the attention she got.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm here to play basketball, and that's my job. That's what I'm going to do. I was excited. Honestly, the review took too long for me. I wanted to get playing basketball again, and that's.
But outside of the hardcore basketball fan base, Moore, despite her unparalleled dominance, went virtually unnoticed by the mainstream. These are the uncomfortable facts, folks. And it highlights a massive blind spot within the WNBA. Brennan, who had been covering Clark for years, saw this coming a mile away. The league officials? Apparently they had no idea. And here's where it gets even more fascinating and, frankly, a little infuriating for those of us who have been following Clark's journey since her college days. Many of the content creators, the experts you see today, suddenly championing Caitlin Clark, were nowhere to be found when she was revolutionizing the game at Iowa. They didn't give a care about her. But some of us, like your boy G Liquid, we were there. We saw the trajectory. We were making Caitlin Clark videos when others were actively avoiding it, even losing segments of our audience for daring to cover her instead of what was trending at the time. We saw Michael Jordan 2.0 in the making, and we weren't afraid to bet on it. Brennan's book echoes this sentiment of profound unpreparedness and a lack of understanding from within the league itself. She asks, how did the WNBA not see this coming? She posits that one of the reasons for this severe mismanagement of Clark's arrival is because perhaps they truly didn't believe such a phenomenon could happen to the WNBA. Were they so conditioned by second-class citizenship in a male-dominated sports landscape that they simply couldn't fathom a female athlete drawing this kind of unprecedented mainstream attention? I'm with Christine Brennan on this 130%. I don't think the WNBA's old guard, the traditional media, ever believed this kind of seismic shift was possible for women's basketball. But those of us in the new stream media, we saw it. We understood. That's why so few channels were covering her in college. They didn't even know what they were looking at. The thought that the immense Caitlin Clark fandom from Iowa could seamlessly transition to the WNBA was deemed a gamble. A gamble that most were unwilling to take. No one wanted to risk their YouTube channel, their blog sites, their established content on a young white chick from Iowa balling out. But I did. And the numbers, as they say, don't lie. Remember the fever pitch at Clark's first preseason game with the Indiana Fever? Security staff were shocked to see fans waiting 2 hours before doors even opened to pour into the arena. 2 hours for a preseason WNBA game. In 2023, the Fever averaged around 4,000 fans. This simply did not happen before Caitlin Clark. She herself even acknowledged the unprecedented nature of it all. People were reluctant to report on her because they didn't believe she was mainstream enough. They were wrong. Terribly, spectacularly wrong. It wasn't a gamble for those who truly understood the phenomenon. You had to see it, to be there, to study the numbers. Caitlin Clark was already massive in college, but the mainstream media, the old guard of the WNBA, didn't fully gravitate towards her until she hit the pros and the viewership numbers became undeniable. For those of us who were with her since Carver Hawkeye Arena, this isn't surprising. She's been doing this. It's truly baffling that the WNBA, its decision-makers, thought she would just be a normal, regular player with accolades. Boy, have they had a rude awakening. The Caitlin Clark fanbase is not just growing, it's a force of nature. And yet, despite all this, there's a strong sentiment that the WNBA still doesn't know what the hell they're doing with Caitlin Clark. Even Nike, with all its marketing might, seems to be fumbling the bag. It's clear that a lot of people are reporting on Caitlin Clark now because she drives insane viewership, because talking about her puts food on their families' tables. But these same individuals who are now racking up mega views weren't covering her in college. They only synced the numbers once she came to the league. Respect the real ones, because the truth is plain to see. Shout out to Christine Brennan, who has been there since day one, seeing the writing on the wall and never backing down. She's getting her well-deserved flowers now, and people are finally making videos about her profound insights. This isn't just about basketball, it's about a cultural shift, about challenging preconceived notions, and about recognizing greatness regardless of where it comes from. So World Hoop family, I need your thoughts on this. Get down in the comment section right now and let me know. Do you agree with Christine Brennan's assessment that the WNBA was unprepared for Caitlin Clark? Do you think there's genuine resentment within the league towards her? Or is it simply growing pains for a league suddenly thrust into an unprecedented spotlight? Keep those bells on, because I'm going to keep bringing you the real, unfiltered truth. And as always, if you found this deep dive insightful, if it opened your eyes to something new, please smash that like button. It helps us out tremendously. And if you're not already part of the World Hoop community, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button and join the fam. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you're always the first to know when we drop another bombshell. We're out here shaking the haters off. Peace out.